Well, hello everybody. So let's see how far we can get in a relaxed state of mind. So maybe it's too difficult or too much to do meditation in a way with breathing and everything. And maybe you only can see the images and listen to the music because you might undergo a little bit of disturbance by trauma. So feel free just to get the feel of it through the sounds and try to take control of your breathing. Slow down. So that's it. Now we are going to free our mind from fear and look around us, and if we are not that direct fear, then we are safe. So first, we become safe of our surroundings. So when we become aware that we are safe in the surroundings that we are and we enter, you can start to free yourself from fear. So there is no reason to be afraid. Then we need to stop doom thinking and we need to free our minds from negative thoughts. This is the most important thing to do if you want to relax. So breathing slowly is calming the heart, and calming the heart is calming emotions. So when we free our mind from all those negative thoughts, our mind is still full with all the mainstream media stuff, work and whatnot, relationship and whatnot. So we start to think from within our heart and we go to think from within our heart, empty our mind from all the smoke of information that is put into the brain. So when we free our mind and open our mind, I mean, when we free our mind and empty our mind, we are able to open our mind. And for now, we are going to open our mind to the deep offline of breathing. So when we inhale, we focus on the offline and healing. When we exhale, we focus on an expression of gratitude. When we bring down our diaphragm and feel that temperature and the until we have no belly. And of course, keep our hands together to balance out the neck. And now we found balance in our focus and our breathing. We can take a moment to reconnect with Mother Nature. So we visualize with our spirit that roots are growing from our feet till the center of Mother Earth. And we grow. After that, we reconnect with nature, with the elements, the wind, water, fire, wood. And when we feel that safety from Mother Earth and Mother Nature, we are going to reconnect with our inner self. And when you practice this, and I was sitting like a Buddha in a forest, then I felt all my chakras like getting like pop, 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 pop. So when we are grounded, we will make sure reconnected with our inner self. We can try to reconnect with origin, with source. Therefore, we need to take away the cloud of our mind, because the clouds above our head, which are dark clouds, are blocking the sunlight or the divine light. I mean, and then the interpretation of divine light gets distorted. So you need to have a clear mind. And when we know that spoiled our connection with Source, with the Creator, and when we try to reconnect and we face the difficulties on the enlightened path, all these tests, they show us to be humble and for all the struggles, what is teaching us compassion and all the positive stuff of religion. The purpose of religion is to become kind, like so. Because we do not double a problem, we are going to halve the problem. So if the ego is triggered when you are focused on positive thoughts, the thing that triggers your ego will be dealt with in a compassionate way, with kindness and humble. The same ego that got triggered with a negative mindset, complaining instead of praying, will always see the negative and the good thing. And that is where you need to teach your inner child to grow up. You need to let your inner voice grow up. It's not like I'm a grown up because I'm 18 years old. It is about to grow up spiritually. And therefore, when this know how, knowledge, or wisdom is coming to you, then you need to take the responsibility to let the child inside grow up, to apply standards, to straighten your mind. And please do not have to be sincere. The way we look at things from our hearts is different than the way we look at things from our mind, especially when our mind is targeted, bombarded with all this distracting information. So when you free yourself from television, you limit the time that devices can bombard you, and you pick, read, say what you want to watch, like a study or something, and you start to practice this art of relaxing in the morning with focusing on receiving love, light, and healing. And when you exhale, expression of gratitude, You are literally contributing to your own happiness. And when you say, I'm by choice, I'm going to look to the positive stuff, and by choice, I have no time now for all world problems that I have no effect on. So I need to stop the war with myself, and I need to stop feeding my mind with war from elsewhere. That does not mean that you should not be aware or be prepared. Yes, you should be informed as well, but you need the time for the practice. So you build up mental resistance. So you build up energy, power. You become strong. So when we wake up, we can be grateful for the good night's rest we had, that we wake up in peace and joy, and that when you go out, you greet others, you give your smile to others. You make this world shine. And even going outside and meeting other people, and other people might meet, or sometimes the experience is draining, you're going to compose yourself again. You reconnect with Mother Earth, with all the magic of you reconnect with your inner self. You reconnect with Mother Nature. You breathe for more energy, for more oxygen in the blood. You breathe to slow down the heart. You put your hands together to balance out the energies of your body. And you're going to reconnect with Source through your breath. And then you are recharging your battery. But this practice should be repeated more than you complain in life. So 60-40 is already really difficult for a lot of people. But that is what is needed to see a difference in your positive way. And sometimes you only need to become aware that all you have lost was maybe not even needed anymore. all that you hold it on to, all that grief was no longer needed. And now we realize we can let it go because beauty and unity when we reunite with our loved ones that are now in the astral realm. So to keep the focus on positivity, not to let yourself get distracted. When you are younger, adolescent is really difficult. But when you train and train and train and train and train and train, and you get more insights, and your intentions are good, then you understand that sometimes people, you would know that earlier. So set yourself free, be positive, and be the reason why other people have hope. Walking through the forest or on the beach or just having a walk outside. Just clear your mind. And the walking part is really good to stimulate philosophical thought. So when you are together with someone else and you're walking and talking in a mindful way, it's a very beautiful thing to experience. Forgiveness in this moment now, I suggest to the Shem. I ask, sweet Creator, please allow me to ask forgiveness for all of humanity, for what we have done to Mother Earth, to Mother Nature, and our fellow human beings. I ask for forgiveness for all the atrocities mankind has done, and for the future of the children, I ask you to be mild. So also, when you think you need to forgive someone, or when you think you need to ask for forgiveness for this or that, it's a practice which is polishing the ego on the other side of the ego, not the selfish one, but personality. So sometimes you need to forgive yourself, but eventually you will forgive yourself for everything you have done. Then When I started to see that forgiveness and the responsibility of forgiving yourself is connected with guilt and pointing the guilty finger. So, what I learned after the practice of forgiveness is that I do not need to forgive others when I don't point the guilty finger. So, I don't blame them for whatever they have wrong. So, they are not guilty. The only thing that I do in such things is holding the other person responsible. They do not need to feel guilty. No, they need to remove the guilt. So, this session, we are also going to remove our guilt to return to innocence, the innocence of a child. Be mild. The war on yourself, the criticism on yourself, be mild. So be mild on yourself is the first step to be milder to others. So I'm happy I learned to be mild. And that practice will soften the heart. So stop being hard on yourself and stop with the I must this, and I must that, and I have no time. All illusions. When you are mild, you could pray in a time that you say, I must this, I must that. And you could say, well planned and even, well planned and even. By choice, after you go with mild. And what do we see in society? It gets harder and tougher because we do not take the responsibility to be a real strong man. Everybody is going to learn on their moment, on their time, when their path is set and their karma has come. When that all aligns, that's their level. And of each individual, the lessons and experiences are unique. Yet, everybody can reconnect. Everybody can forgive. Everybody can be mild. Everybody can be humble. Everybody can be kind. Everybody can be compassionate. That's true. So everything I do, say, pray, give is human. The only thing is become aware, you become more enlightened, you purify your soul, your spirit, and you keep faith in source. You keep faith and keep divine life. And then you do not need to worry. You do not need to be afraid. Because the world that you breathe with positivity will also greet you back with positivity or keep their negativity with them. But we can take the responsibility to be one light, to be one kind and loving person that spreads love, light, healing, and awareness you will have a bigger influence in a positive way, and you will grow a legacy to be proud of, to leave behind. to apply words. So to apply the words, love, forgiveness, apply them in your life as part of the thinking that be humble, be compassionate, reconnecting with Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Step into the world when you wake up with awareness, becoming aware of your breath, of your life, and make choices when you wake up to babysit them, to be anywhere on the ground. So when you go outside, you can witness the miracles. So words do not make sense only to be spoken, but also to be applied.